Hey guys, so in this video, I am going to be breaking down this week's reset. It's a bit of a late one. I was streaming yesterday, so I couldn't get to it, but it's a pretty big update this week. We have 3 new characters with the new DAIMA GOKU, the GLORIO, and the new free-to-play Shinchan run. We have a new co-op, we have a new rush, just a bunch of stuff, as we prepare for Legends Festival. So, the 3 new characters, I took a look at their kit already, and I found some interesting things, but we'll just jump right in. We'll start with DAIMA GOKU. So he is a blue melee type, and remember we need to factor in we gotta take off 7,000 from their stats for title boost and arts boost. So his offenses are actually pretty low. He's gonna be sitting around like what, 249 to both. He is very balanced in terms of like strike and blast, which is good, although they are really low. His defenses are alright. It looks he looks like he's around 184 strike defense, and then am I mathing correctly? No, well, sorry, 186 strike defense and 184 blast defense. So I mean, good defenses, but kind of really bad offenses. That's like free-to-play level. Actually, let's see. So he heals a strike card 20% damage up for 2 counts. Okay. He has a good amount of teams. Saiyan, DAIMA, Kid, Sun Fam, and Weapon Wielder. I mean, obviously some of those aren't an actual team, but you know, it's good to have those options. Let's see. Strike card. -5 to own arts cost for 30 timer counts on hit. That's good. That's actually pretty good. No blast armor, by the way. Blast card, all arts cost up, so +30 to all arts cost for 3 counts on hit. That's not all that impactful, because if you're in the stun lock animation after a combo ends, that's already like 2 counts. The Fierce Fighting Fury. From the trailer, it does seem like this is a forward animation. Yeah, right here. It's a forward melee blue card. Sorry. Deals massive impact damage. The following effects occur upon activation. Applies attribute upgrade. Shortens sub count by 3 to self for 15 counts. Cannot be stacked. Okay, so just to be clear, that is not you're shortening ally sub counts automatically. It's if you switch out of this character, then their the DAIMA GOKU sub count is going to be 7 instead of 10. And then shortens ally sub count by 3. So that's the on standby. The following effects also occur if 50 timer counts have elapsed from battle start. 20% is special move damage for 3 counts, 20% damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts, and 20% to allies key recovery for 20 counts. Okay, so he's supporting off of the blue card after 50 counts, so that's when the timer hits 130. It does have blast armor. Green card. We saw from the trailer that this is a stop time green card. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer. Restores on health by 15% and key by 50. That's good. 20% of damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. So if you have like paralysis or I guess cost up, right? I guess that counts. Also applies the following effects to self if 50 timer counts have elapsed from battle start. 40% to key recovery for 15 counts, and card draw speed by 1 for 15 counts. Okay, so I guess he's a very time gated unit, similar to kind of the opposite of Gotenks. Because LF Gotenks, he is stronger in the first 100 counts. I guess this guy's stronger after the first 50. Main ability. Draws the ultimate arts card, super intense staff strike, restores own health by 30%, okay, and key by 50, cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions again. Also applies the following effects to self and 50 timer counts of elapsed, reduce, what am I saying, type neutral both ways for 10 counts, and Dragon Ball by 1. Okay, so he is very time gated. Z ability, 35% to tag DAIMA, tag Sun Family, or tag Weapon Wielder based strike attack and defense, and 18% to tag DAIMA based blast defense. Okay, so DAIMA isn't that big of a tag right now. Simply because it just aired. And it's currently airing right now. But I'm sure as we get more DAIMA characters, it'll be a good. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts: 100% or 110% to damage inflicted, reduce damage received by 70%, and then card draw speed. The following effects occur when this character enters the battle: randomly draws one new card when you have 3 or fewer, restores one key by 30, 90% damage inflicted cannot be cancelled one time, randomly destroys one enemy card, and then randomly destroys one enemy card 3 times. Okay, so for the first 3 times he's entering the battlefield, he's destroying 2 cards. This isn't cover change, this is just switching in. So right off the rip, he has 200% damage inflicted baseline. That's good. No key recovery anywhere though. Applies the following effects to itself every time this character uses an arts card if enemy health is 50% or below. Activates once. Randomly draws one new card when you have 3 or fewer, and then cover null for 10 counts. Activation counts reset after character switch. Okay, so this is kind of the opposite of Tree of Might Goku, LF Tree of Might. So if you guys recall, if the enemy's HP is 50% or more, and you use a card with Tree of Might, you get double card draw speed and you get cover null. So this is kind of the opposite. So you go below 50 and he's getting the cover null and the new card. Applies the following effects itself every time an ally uses an arts card. 10% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled 7 times. 20% to next strike arts damage, up to 80%. Applies to attack when this character uses a strength card, yeah. Applies the following effects itself every time an ally tag DAIMA, tag Sun Family, or weapon wielder other than this character uses an arts card. 20% to next blast damage inflicted to 80%, and 10% to special move or ultimate up to 30. Okay, so a lot of buffs here. He's getting blast arts damage, 20% to strike arts. Keep in mind, strike arts damage and just damage inflicted are scaled differently, so they won't count for the same. So just from this first unique ability, how much is he getting? 110% here, and then 90%. That's 200, and then up to 70% here. So 270% damage inflicted at optimal conditions. That's not bad. Although his stats are low, so keep that in mind. Grand Entrusted Task knocks enemy back to long range of a cover change. So he has a blast art. He has a blast card cover. Blast card cover change, and it's comboable with a special move. Applies the following effects to self every time own Dragon Ball increases by 1 while this character is not defeated. Restores health by 10% and then cover null for 10 counts. Applies the following effects to self every time own Dragon Ball increases by 1 while this character is on the battlefield. Restores ki by 50 and restores vanishing gauge by 70. Okay, so he has like something like the Path to Power Kid Goku effect. So, because if you recall, every time Path to Power uses a card with a Dragon Ball, he gets cover null and he draws a card. In this guy's case, if his Dragon Balls increased by 1 while he's on the battlefield, he's restoring HP by 10%. What else? 10% cover null for 10 counts. And then ki by 50 and 70% vanishing gauge. But this top portion here, the HP restore and the cover null, that's even when he's on standby. So let's say you draw a card with someone, like let's say you're next to, I don't know, the other DAIMA Goku. If you gain the Dragon Ball, you can just switch in and he'll automatically have cover null. And then you get 50 ki and then 70% vanishing gauge, which are both infinite. So you could just, if you get good luck, you could stack them. Following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts card while this character is on the battlefield. Reduces impact, explode, and slice damage received by 15% for 70 counts. Activates once. Applies attribute upgrade. Shortens subcount by 1 to self for 10 timer counts. Okay. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 50 counts. Then minus 1 card draw speed for the enemy for 3 counts. Okay, that's... So this is probably the highest amount of reduced damage we've seen to this point, because usually new characters have 70% reduced damage inflicted and only 10% impact, explode, and slice reduction. Although this is for 70 counts, but it's when he's hit with an enemy card, so it doesn't start from battle start, it just starts when he gets hit. He's gonna be tanky. He's gonna be tanky. And then when I looked over his kit, I saw the shortened sum count by 1, but I didn't realize this wasn't limited. So if every time you get hit, it's gonna shorten again. This is for when he switches out, his own sub count is reduced. So he could technically go He could take 10 cards. Obviously, he's not going to be able to tank them as well because it's 10 cards. But, not only that, but on top of the blue card, I believe. Yeah, on top of the blue card, which is already shortening his own sub counts by 3, he's going to be switching in constantly. So he's going to be a very slippery unit to attack. Where was I? Following effects occur when own health reaches 0, activates once, restores HP by 30, okay. Shortens ally sub count by 10. Okay, reduces enemy ki by 70 and reduces enemy Dragon Balls by 3. Okay, so he has endurance with debuffs when it's popped. Okay, so he looks alright. He looks alright. He has 200%, 270% damage inflicted, but his stats are really low. That's very low. Is he almond levels a low? Let me check. He's almond's green, right? So Goku had 256 both ways, or receive. Yeah. What was he in max arts boost? Oh my gosh, he actually has lower stats than almond. Okay, yeah, so he's not going to be doing much damage. Tanking, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously he has the 15% impact, slice, and explode. But other than that, I mean, he just looks like a standard 1% sparking. Let's look at GLORIO. So he has a yellow range type. Let's look at his stats. Okay, so he's definitely a more skewed stat spread than DAIMA GOKU, the second one. But his strike attack is slow. It's sitting at 247. And blast attack's looking at 264, which is alright. Strike defense is lower at 178. That's pretty low. And then blast defense is 183. So blast defense is alright, but strike defense is going to be an issue. He holds normal strike and blast cards. Strike. Okay, so blast card has blast attribute upgrade. Minus 10% to enemy sustained damage cut affects itself for 10 counts. Okay, that's good. Hopefully, as he's a range type, we're looking to see cost reduction in his kit somewhere, because blast range type with a cost of 29 is kind of crazy. Blue card is a melee blue card. Deals massive impact damage. 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts. And minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cuts for 3 counts. Okay, that's good. Randomly destroys 3 cards on hit, and he has blast armor. Okay, so that's like a standard blue card nowadays. Green card. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer. Restores on ki by 50. 10% damage inflicted for 20 counts. 50% to health restoration for 20 counts. And then 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts. And then reduces enemy ki by 20. This is a stop time. So that's decent. He is supporting his allies for 20 counts with the 20% damage inflicted. And he's getting a fresh hand. So it looks alright. Sky Rendering Flash combo. Deals massive impact damage. 40% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts. And then applies following effects to self on hit. Restores Vanishing Gate by 100. 20% damage inflicted permanently. And then card draw speed for 30 counts. Blast armor. Okay, so he has like the Trunks and Mai ultimate effect. So if you recall, Trunks and Mai also restores Vanishing Gauge on hit. But remember, this is on hit. This isn't on activation. So you need to land this to get to the Vanishing Gauge back. So he's actually no, he's not supporting. He gets 20% damage inflicted and then card draw speed for 30 counts. That's good. Main ability. Randomly destroys one of your cards and draws the ultimate card. So that's good. So if you have a full hand and you want to ultimate someone, then this will go straight to your hand instead of, laying in the background. So you're going to have to forcing you to use a card before landing the ultimate. HP by 20% and ki by 50, that's standard. 30% to blast arts damage, or blast damage inflicted for 20 counts, and then nullifies enemies destroyed card effects for 20 counts. That's good. Afflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, plus 20% to damage received for 20 counts, and then attribute downgrade minus 50% to HP restoration for 20 counts. Okay, so a lot of debuffing is going on here. A lot of debuffs. Okay. C ability. 20% to tag DAIMA attack weapon wielder max base health. Okay, so he's the HP bench, and then 22% to tag DAIMA base blast attack during battle. This is a very good bench for DAIMA. I'm kind of what He's Daima and Weapon Wielder. They could have added Weapon Wielder on this, but other than that, it's fine. This is kind of similar to Green Ginyu from Frieza Saga. He buffs, I think, 20% to Frieza Force, and then, or HP to Frieza Force, and he does like 30-something% to strike damage, base strike attack for Frieza Force. So that's, he has HP and a offensive stat, so that's good. First unique ability. 110% to damage inflicted, 30% to blast damage inflicted, reduces damage by 70, 50% to own Q recovery, and then card draw speed by 1, -5 to blast and special move arts cost. Okay, there's the cost reduction. 40% to crit rate. Applies buff effects, nullifies enemies, reduce Dragon Ball effects to self for 30 counts, and 30% damage inflicted by allied Daima or weapon wielders. Okay, so he's supporting. He gets the key recovery there, that's good. Card draw speed's good. So after he hits someone with the ult, he's going to have 2 times card draw speed for 30 counts. He has crit rate. And then reduce Dragon Ball effects. Okay. Kind of like similar to, I'm pretty sure it's Ultra Vegito Blue. And he's supporting my 30% to Daima and weapon wielders, which is good. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restores HP by 10% and ki by 40. 80% to damage inflicted. 1 time, 20% to special move damage for 10 counts. Type neutral for 5 counts. Destroy 2 of your enemy strike arts cards. Inflicts all enemies with the attribute downgrade -40% to special move ultimate and awaken for 10 counts. The following effects occur when changing cover. Restores own HP by 5%. Destroys one of your special move cards. Your enemy special move cards. All enemies with attribute downgrade -50% to ki recovery and then +10 to all arts costs for 10 counts. This is a long, unique ability, goddamn. And then following occurs when... Nope, I regret that. Following occurs when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield, draws a new card, 20% to damage inflicted, and cancels own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. Shortens allies subcount by 2 and reduces enemy ki by 20. So, okay, so he's gonna be kind of annoying. So he has Disrupt. He is reducing enemy power to special move, ultimate, and awaken cards. He's healing a lot. How much base damage does he do? So ranged. 110% here. 140% to blast damage. This also applies to himself. So 140, that's 170. 250. So to his blast arts, he's doing 250%. And then when he switches in, he's getting this as well, so it's 270%. Okay. Trust in Goku. He has a strike cover change, combo with a special move. Following occurs upon landing a strike or blast cards. Randomly draws 1 new card, activates twice, restores own ki by 20 1 time. Cover null for 5 counts, and then +3 to the sub count for 10 counts. So remember, that is when he switches out. Yeah, when he switches out, he's gonna have... When an enemy switches out, he's gonna have 13 counts to switch back in. Applies the following effects to self every time this character or an enemy uses an Ars card while this character is on the battlefield. Restores health by 3% and 10% to damage inflicted. So he's stacking damage, alright. 10% to damage inflicted for 15 counts every time an ally other than this character uses an Arts card. Okay, so he's getting supported through allies cards as well. Here's it. Nullifies enemies restore HP when it reaches 0 effects for 3 timer counts when this character activates a Rising Rush. So that is the Ultra Fusion effect with UVB and Ultra Gogeta Blue. Yeah, that's good. What else? Cancels enemy buff effects when they activate an Ultimate Arts, Awakened Arts, or Rising Rush while this character is not defeated, and there's a tag Daima or tag weapon wielder battle member other than this character. Activates twice in the party. That's not a battle member, that's just any bench. Okay. Following effects occur when this character switches standby. Shortens own sub counts by 1, 3 times. Restores ally health by 10% and ki by 20. And 10% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 counts. Okay. He looks good. So let's see. Upon landing... So he has the... Who else does this? Oh, he has the LF Vegeta Blue. Somewhat like that. So every time he uses a Strike or Blast card, he's drawing a new card. He has the Ultra Gogeta Blue effect where he restores on ki by 50. or by 20, sorry, when he lands a card one time. And he gets cover null, so you have to land, when you switch in, you have to land a card before you get cover null, similar to like Legends Festival Angel Golden Frieza. He has the ultra hit effect here, where anytime you or the enemy uses an arts card, he's healing by 3%. So if you guys are matching blast cards, he's healing 6% for that. He has the ultra fusion effect here, and he's removing buff effects, but it is gated to his party members, which shouldn't be too hard. You just gotta run it next to like DAIMA GOKU or something. Okay, so he could, theoretically, he could rush Majin Vegeta and kill him even through the ultimate. Or even through the buff removal from Vegeta's side, because remember, Majin Vegeta does not remove buff effects on Rising Rush. Okay, so GLORIO looks good. Between him and DAIMA GOKU, I'm more inclined to think GLORIO's gonna age better, simply because of all of the debuffs and the buff removal and the rush endurance nullification, stuff like that. We'll take a look at Shinron. This is the free-to-play unit. That's a nice art. He is a red range type, so I think they specifically made him red if he's range because of Majin Vegeta, because obviously he has the blast card counter. Let's see. Take off. Oh wow, his stats are really low. He's gonna be sitting at 243 strike attack and then 248 blast attack. That's not good. His defense is alright. So 181 strike defense and then 184 to blast defense. But he's not going to be doing any damage. And he holds normal blast cards. He's on Shadow Dragon, not really anything. And GT and Powerful Opponent, okay. Normal strike card. Normal blast card. Annihilation Gun. This is a, not a projectile, a long range blue card. Deals massive explode damage and then destroys all cards on activation and randomly draws 2 new ones and then 30% to special move. Okay, so he's getting a fresh hand whenever he uses the blue card. Stop time green card destroys all of your own cards and randomly draws 2 new ones. Restores own key by 30%, 20% damage inflicted for 15 counts. Card draw speed by 1 for 15 counts and then cover null for 5 counts. Okay, so he's able to draw a lot of cards. Okay, destroys all of your own cards and randomly just draws 4 new ones. He's getting more cards here. Restores own HP by 10%. 10% is odd. Key by 30. That's really low. Huh. That means he's gonna have healing somewhere else, because his green card doesn't heal, right? Yeah. So he's probably gonna have healing, an easy way to heal somewhere else. Cancels own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade 20% damage received. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade 40%, minus 40% to HP restore. Okay, so he's going to be annoying. And it only requires 10 counts. Z ability is 33% to GT event exclusive for powerful opponent based blast attack and defense. Okay. 90% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 60. Huh? We're dropping back down to 65% again? That's odd, because last free-to-play unit was the purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku from Boost Saga, and he had 70% damage, reduced damage. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. 50% to key recovery, card draw speed by 1, and then minus 10 to blast art cost. Okay, that's good. So, once he pops the green card, he's going to have 2 times card draw speed. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Draws a Blast Arts card next, restores own key by 30, 90% damage inflicted, and inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20 to strike and Blast Arts cost for 3 counts. Okay, that could be annoying if you cover change in with him. Following effects also occur if own health is 50% or below, restores HP by 30%, 30% to damage inflicted, and destroys all enemy cards. Okay, so he has a disrupt here, and he gets his own damage inflicted up. Okay, so how much baseline damage is he getting here? So 90% there. And then another 90%, that's 180. Then if he's below 15%, he's going to be at 210. Applies the following effects to self every time a blast card is drawn while this character is on the battlefield. Restores HP. Oh, okay. So there's the HP restoration. Restores health by 5% and key by 20. Restores Vanishing Gauge by 15% and 10% damage inflicted for 15 counts. Okay, so that's the healing. That is why he is getting so many ways to draw new cards, because as he's a range type, he's just drawing new cards here, drawing 2 cards here, and drawing a full hand here. So that in tandem with this effect is gonna mean he's gonna be healing for a good amount. That's why. So because every time you draw a card, there's a chance it's gonna be a blast card. So that's why he has such little healing here in his main ability. So he's gonna be healing a lot through drawing blast cards. That makes sense. Applies the following effects itself every time this character uses a blast card. Draw a blast card next once. Okay, so that is also healing him. 10% to special move damage for 15 counts, -3 to special move arts cost for 15 counts, and then -5% to enemies sustained damage cut effects for 15 counts. Okay. Following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts cost. Destroys all your own cards and randomly draws 4 new ones. Okay, there's more new cards there one time, and the resets at character switch. Plus 10% to own HP restoration for 10 counts. Inflicts enemies with the attribute downgrade, -15% to Q recovery. Okay, so yeah, he is gonna be healing a lot, but at the same time, he doesn't have any like plus 10% damage reduction against impact, slice, explode damage. That, and he only has 65% damage reduction. He's not gonna be tanking anything. Those defenses are alright, but it's nothing special, and yeah, I mean, I guess another dud free to play. So out of the 3 new characters we got, I'm thinking GLORIO is going to be the best one. GLORIO also doesn't have any damage reduction against the specific, like, impact, slice, explode. So he's going to be eating a lot of hits, but at least he has the buff removal. Okay, so that's the new character breakdown. We're getting some new equipment. Based on the data mines, let's see. Let's look through it. Here. Okay, so this is the co-op equipment, because co-op reset today. This is for weapon wielders. Oh boy. Special move damage 10% and HP restored 10%. Base strike and blast attack is 15%, and then 10% to strike attack and blast attack if a battle member other than this character's weapon wielder. Okay. I mean, on paper this looks good, but at the same time, what other weapon wielder are you gonna use this guy next to, besides DAIMA GOKU? Because, like, I mean, Trunks is a weapon wielder, but there's no good Trunks out. The 2 decent ones are sort of Hope, who's aged out by now, and Trunks and Vegeta, the tag unit, who are, I mean, they're just there. They're okay, but they're not meta relevant. So yeah, this doesn't. It's a lot of offense. Don't get me wrong, but the requirements, the restrictions, kind of just kill it. What else? So this is the free-to-play equipment. Yeah, this is the event explicit Shadow Dragon Saga. So this is what they release with every free-to-play unit. 22% all base stats all around, and then HP by 10%, 10% special move. Okay, yeah, you want to use this for the Shenron. Let's see what else is there. Okay, this equipment is new. For a weapon wielder, again, strike defense 20%, HP 10%, and then blast defense 20%, and 10% is pure strike and blast defense if this character is tech DAIMA. And this is only accessible through the Rushman. That's odd. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, it's a lot of defense. 20% base defenses, and then 10% pure defenses, and 10% HP. This is a really good equip for DAIMA characters or weapon wielder characters. That's good. We should be getting a new space-time rush equipment. Place hold. Huh. Wait, why didn't this was from last week or 2 weeks ago. I guess this is one of those weeks where they don't do give us a new awakened equipment. I mean, they've done this a couple times, but I don't know. They should have given us one. There was something. Oh yeah, there's the new co-op. I mean, get your stuff up, get your resources up. There's a Sin Shenron. Raid's gone in a day, so make sure you get all your last minute resources there. There is a new banner out for the GLORIO and the DAIMA GOKU. Let's get to look at that. This is a new banner format, by the way. Yeah. So the featured characters are the 0.5% is Red Beast Gohan, Path to Power, Gammas, and Nameco. Damn, okay, yeah, no, this is not good. Your best option here is your best option here is gonna be or besides the 2 new units, it's gonna be Beast Gohan and Gammas. Other than that, Namegoku's good bench, and then Path to Power is just aged. He's power crept. Okay, no, it's the featured, or like the featured regular Sparkings are going to be Pan, the Gammas, the Sparking Gammas, regular Gammas, Yellow Tapion, Red Pan, Kyoei, and Glasses Gohan, and this Gohan. Yeah, this ain't looking too good. Let's see if they added any new EXs, which I doubt they did. Okay, yeah, so we're still on the Gohan and Krillin tag from Frieza Saga. The new banner format's interesting. It's only 4 steps, and the 4th step is a free 10 multi. But the other steps, it's 300, 3 units on the first one, 500 on the second, or 5 units on the second one, and then 7 on the third one. Yeah, it is proportionate, so it's not that big of a deal. But from what I saw online, the exchange coins actually, besides, oh, hello. Okay. So you can get energy and skip tickets here. So if you summon, then this is a very good way to farm up your resources. That 1,000 energy for like a little more than 1 rotation. That's really good in terms of resources for, because I'm like, you know, me personally, I'm always running out of energy. But obviously my recommendation is don't summon. Legends Festival is in less than a month. It is this month, around I think 22nd. Somewhere around there. So we have around 18 or so days to get there. So right now you should be saving up all your resources, all your energy, all your Chrono Crystals, because we know very well that Legends Fest is going to bring some uber cracked units. So my recommendation, do not summon. They look alright. They're nothing special. They're just a regular... This is essentially a revamped banner format for Mega Rising. I do not recommend summoning at all. And Majin Vegeta's going out in a week. UVB and Hit are back. The Gotenks banner has been debuffed to, so they don't have the extra sparking rate or the chance, whatever. It's the DAIMA GOKU, the old DAIMA GOKU. Anything. No. Yeah. I'm taking a look at Twitter right now. There's a new choice. There's a step-up choice battle coming out, which, if you guys recall, let's go over there right now. So, if you guys recall, this came out in one of the past festival countdowns, which I do believe the festival countdown is coming out in like 2 days, I think. So once that hits, this is gonna ring in, and this is every time you play, your chosen rewards will gradually increase. So every time you do the same one, you're gonna get more of that reward. So that's a good way to farm up like energy, skip tickets, erasers, all the medals, stuff like that. I'll be going for energy like always, because I mean I'm sitting all right now. But, you know, you can never have too much, and it's really difficult, especially when you're, like, farming equipment or farming Zenny, stuff like that. If not, then I'm going to be going for soul exchange medals or the fragment medals, because, you know, you can never have too much for that. There's the arts for that. Looks good. Renders, what else is there? There's the new equipment, new PvP message. I'm pretty sure this is, for Legends Battle Royale, which I believe is starting in like 2 days. For this Legends Battle Royale is going to be for Daima and Buu Saga, from what I heard. Oh, banners. What else? Is there anything else that we need to discuss? That seems to be it. Yep, here's the Battle Royale for Majin Buu Saga and Daima. And oh, it's actually coming out in 5 days. My bad. But, yeah, that seems to be it. Also, this weekend, remember, the bonus raid is coming out, the mini raid. So make sure you get your, like, 200, 300 CC from that, all their erasers. Because these mini raids do have better rates than the regular raids, I'm pretty sure. that seems to be it for this week's data mines, besides new card sleeves and whatnot. Yeah, okay. So that's a pretty big, substantial update for this week. So we're still going strong. Legends Fest is right around the corner. You guys should be saving right now. I'm sitting comfortably. Usually I have around like 27,000 chronos before Legends Fest hits, but I don't think I'm gonna reach it this time. But we're gonna grind it. We're gonna grind it. Make sure you guys do all your stuff. Grind up, CC, do the raids. Raids ending in a day. And yeah. That seems to be it. Alright, also, new Tournament of Power season has started. I hit top 2K, which is surprising to me. There's a bunch. I don't know about this season. Let's check this season, actually. I'm sure there's going to be some hard battles, because, you know, Ultimate Gohan here. Be careful with him. I mean, if you got... Oh, boy. Okay, Beast Gohan. So if you guys ever have any questions on Tournament Power, make sure to hook me up in either the Discord or on my Instagram. All the links are down below in my description. If I post my Tournament of Power guides, all my unit guides on Instagram. So if you guys ever need help on anything, you can just go there. Tournament Power is getting harder because they're bringing in the new units. I was fighting Goku and Bardock, LF Broly, stuff like that. But yeah. That's it for this week's update. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you can, leave a like and subscribe. We're almost... My goal right now is 3:30 before Legends Fest is, which I'm sure we can do. If not, it's cool. It's whatever. So yeah, that's it for this week's update. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for all the support. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.